Greetings. I am the Elite Sun Goddess, the Goddess General, sharing my energetic signature with the globe. And Divine Collective, there are things along our journey that are meant to test the limits of the love we have for ourselves as well as others. The ones who chose to work against us actually awakened us to the unseen. This allowed us to begin to make conscious choices concerning the love we have for ourselves and the path we were choosing to take. And though the deception felt unbearable, still we rose from the ashes. Remember, take this how it resonates. I speak on the past, present, and the future. Energy doesn't have a gender, so if I say he, it can be a she. If I say she, it can be a he. Energy is fluid. I could be speaking on you or someone in your energy. Use your spiritual discernment. We're going to start out with spiritual psychosis and gang stalking, okay? I'm going to read this real quick and then I'll get into the read. But spiritual psychosis occurs when intense esoteric practices or mystical experiences cause a disconnection from reality, leading to distress, delusions, or paranoia. It blurs the line between spiritual awakening and mental illness, often involving grandiose ideas, paranoia, or disrupted perception. And I put a note, these are your gang stalkers. And gang stalking or organized stalking slash harassment is often interpreted in esoteric, spiritual, or cult-like terms as a form of spiritual warfare, demonic harassment, or psychic possession conducted by shadowy, occulted networks. While clinically viewed as a delusional or cultural concept of distress, proponents of the esoteric view argue that practitioners use surveillance and synchronized harassment to break a victim's mental strength, often associating it with witchcraft or master builders of illusions. Again, take this how it resonates. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. However, I can assure you it is relevant for someone. Divine Collective, we have a King of Cups, which is a father figure. I'm going to say this is a male because we have the Queen of Cups here, which is the counter or ex-counterpart, I'll say, to this King of Cups, okay? This was somebody who was supposed to be a protector, a defender, and a fighter for a family unit, okay? Now, this is about a destruction of a family unit from the inside out, whose members experienced spiritual psychosis because of their organized stalking and cult affiliations to try and stop the Divine Collective from a purpose they've had from birth, a fated destiny. This is an ordained path that these family members were aware of because of their occult ties. We have a father again who is supposed to be this protector, defender, fighter, okay, for this family that betrayed this Queen of Cups energy. So this would make this the mother of that unit, okay? This was a betrayal that was supposed to leave the Divine Collective in poverty. This betrayal was supposed to leave the Divine Collective in poverty, devastation, ultimately unaliving the collective. This father figure masculine collaborated with a child, and this is the Page of Cups. A child who was definitely well versed in magic. This child, and this is the Divine Collective again, okay? Because your back is turned on this child. Okay? This Divine Collective, and this is the child. This child who was doing chaos magic with this storm and this Three of Hearts here and that magic against their mother, this child that was doing this magic was trying to bring together chaos with the chaos magic and lack with the Two of Pentacles being here and the scarcity and lack for this Queen of Cups energy, and that says nurturer at the top with this King of Cups. Now, this King of Cups and this child, this daughter, it looks like a daughter, it can be a son. You take it how it resonates. But this daughter, this King of Cups, they work together with this collaboration being here to deceive the Queen of Cups. This is deception. This is lying. This is cheating. This is stealing. Okay? Now, with this deception being here, these people knew because this child was well versed in the occult. This child was also a seer, okay? That turned dark because of this masculine. But this child did some type of a birth chart with this Three of Pentacles and this soul work being here on this mother to find out, let me put this back over here, what this person's purpose was, and saw that this was a purpose with the Six of Wands being here that led to fame and fortune. So the King of Cups with the child, they collaborated. The deception that was also taking place with this lying, cheating, stealing, this Seven of Wands, and this death magic with this Three of Swords and this Four of Swords again, with this Seven of Swords, that's 14 swords, which goes back to Seven of Swords. Lying, cheating, stealing, ultimately to unalive the Queen of Cups for her birthright. This King of Cups, a low-down, dirty dog, appeared as a caring, loving individual to this child. Now, this child is an adult child. They invested with the Seven of Pentacles being here. This is the lovers. This is sex, magic. The magic, the lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, the father, and the child. Now, they regret at this moment that the Divine Collective, Queen of Cups, loving, caring, nurturing energy, is speaking up because she was awakened to the betrayal, with betrayal being there, and the deception, okay? They're in regret. They're feeling left in the cold because this Queen of Cups had to turn her back on these individuals. They realized with this regret and this Nine of Pentacles that this individual was truly wish fulfillment. But now they're stuck, feeling left in the cold because of the actions they chose to take. I saw something today on YouTube and I shared it. But it said, and it's so true, that when it said when a MF, but we know when a motherfucker do they 1-2 and then you do your 3-4, they mad. All of this, regardless of how foul, vile, and unbearable it was to the Divine Collective, it still allowed us to be able to release these individuals in love, to integrate all of those bad experiences, to go through our dark night of the soul and transcend the illusion that was being presented to us. I am the Elite Sun Goddess, the Goddess General. I am Master, and I self Lord. Ashe, LSA.